Alright, well hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Grizzly Bear Sims YouTube channel and welcome back to Grizzly Bear Farms. Yes, we are in a new episode here and we are in, I think this is episode number 9 I believe, and we've got all hands on deck, let me tell you. And I am just kind of tinkering around here with these settings. I think he's about to go off now. And of course I failed to stop, so that grass just kind of disappeared on us. But our next driver should be coming up here momentarily. And let's just kind of see if I can do automatic. I actually want him on the left. So I hope you all are doing fine. We're doing, like I said, we've got all hands on deck here today. We've got Stan driving the Corona Big M mower. We've got Billy Bob, Jim Bob running tractors and tippers, and we actually hired one of the guys from one of the local farms, and he brought up his tractor, and he's using one of our tippers, and he is helping us here, so hopefully he will return back with a load after emptying a load of grass. So basically we have decided to mow our big grass field today, primarily just to have something to do because we were kind of running out of things to do as far as this game day was concerned, and the grass field looked pretty good as far as being ready to go, and I just decided, sort of made the decision to just go ahead and start mowing it. So hopefully that will be just fine. But I hope you all are having a wonderful day, and I hope you had a nice weekend. I've made just one small programming change. Basically I've got some things that's going on at work, and I need to scale back my episodes just a tiny bit, and so you did not get an episode on Saturday as you normally do, and my apologies for that. But what I'm going to do instead is for the next couple of weeks, hopefully he will come along and get behind us here. For the next couple of weeks, I'm basically going to just do Monday through Friday episodes for now, and of course I'm still doing horseplay stuff, and of course you will still get that. And hopefully he will come along on our right hand side now. And so what I'm going to do is I will alternate, because obviously just doing 5 days a week, you guys will miss out on the regular schedule, because I was basically doing waffles Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and doing a Pine Cove farm on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So what I'm going to do for the next couple of weeks until my work schedule changes just a little bit is I will essentially alternate. So 1 week you'll get 3 episodes of one series, and the other week you will get 2 episodes. So it'll sort of balance out with each other, I do believe, and it will give me the opportunity to get a few other things done that I need to get done. I've got just a little bit of travel to do, so I think what my game plan is to do the majority of my recording on the weekends, and that way I will have enough to be able to fill up 5 episodes Monday through Friday. Those will of course still continue to auto-release at 6 a.m. Mountain Time Monday through Friday. So just please bear with me just for a few weeks while I get through this rocky spot here with work and with travel and with things like that. And I'm sure I don't have to remind you all, but basically, real world comes first, always comes first over hobbies and things of that nature. So, if you're a student, if you work, if you go to church, all those kind of things, those things should always come before your hobbies. And for me, family and work and all those things will always come before hobbies. And as I've always said kind of from the beginning, my YouTube series is pretty much an extension of my hobby, of my gaming hobby. So here comes our Vario 1000, so not too far behind there. And we will do this, and then we will switch our sides here, so that he will come and he will go on the left, like that. Give him just a little bit of room. Kind of helps if you come out into the, if you've got enough room, if you come out into the verge there, that will help him get lined up, and he should do hopefully he will do a circle move and come around and get lined right back up on our harvester. Turn on 4-wheel drive just to kind of help give us a little bit more traction. And sometimes this will happen. He figured it out. I believe, by golly, I believe that Courseplay is, I think in 15, Courseplay, I believe he would have just continued to go around and round and round in circles. I wonder, and I've always thought that in 15, I used to get frustrated because when you had, you know, tippers automatically emptying the combine, and you kind of went away and did something else on the farm, and you had Courseplay controlling the combine, and you had Courseplay controlling the tractors and the tippers. Sometimes they would get that circle, and they wouldn't modify the circle. They would just go around and round and round, and you'd wonder, well, why is my combine full and stopped? And you'd go and check on it, and it was because the tractor and the tipper was going around in a circle. And I always thought that the issue might be because it wouldn't auto-adjust its circle to find a better course or a better path to get to the combine. And I really think that was kind of what it was all, what it all boiled down to. So he's going to go, and then our other guy should come up right behind us. You know, as I've said before, and I think I talked a little bit about this in some of the Courseplay tutorials, and sort of as I use Courseplay more, and as you guys begin to see it more, and of course this map is going to be the map where you're going to see Courseplay much more than what you've seen it in any of my other Let's Play series, because this is a map that's perfect for Courseplay. But Courseplay is not perfect, folks. It has some challenges. You know, you can't just basically set it and forget it and think that, okay, well, it's just going to do its thing and everything is going to be just fine, and hopefully that other tractor's not going to get in the way, but it might. Okay, come on, guys. Thank you. All right. Again, Courseplay is not perfect. They're going to potentially rear end each other. There, you just kind of have to ignore that. You know, AI is what it is, and it really doesn't matter if it's, Courseplay control AI or if it's default Giants AI. You know, it is what it is. Now, of course, you could do this with, you could do this with Follow Me if you wanted to. If you could do the offset. Of course, the Follow Me wouldn't automatically send the drivers to the silo to dump, as is the case here in what we're doing with this particular episode. Now, of course, if you're interested in how I set all this up, I have done a Courseplay tutorial. I recorded it actually just before I started recording this episode. And I did 3 series, so it's going to kind of be a mini-series, if you will, kind of a Courseplay mini-series, where you will see in the first episode I basically demonstrate how to set up the Courseplay course for the mower, okay, for just the mower to do his thing, which as I turn here you'll see that he's just kind of going off and mowing there. And let's see, what's the Challenger doing? Looks like he's coming up left side. I'll tell you what, I'm going to try automatic, because now automatic, in my opinion, automatic didn't work that great in 15. But let's see how it sort of behaves in 17. Maybe something has become a little bit better with that. In a perfect world, automatic would mean that he should come in on the left side. And he's not. He's coming in on the right side. But that's fine. We'll see what it does. I'll tell you what. Let me get rid of this. And I want to get rid of this. And I want to do. Okay, gotta get the thumbnail. All right, so let's just kind of see what happens. Let's see if automatic works a little better in 15. The problem, or in 17, the problem that I had in 15 with leaving that set for automatic was that I found that they would constantly get in my way. So again, in a perfect world, he should be on my left-hand side, because I need to turn, and I need to turn to the right to basically take this other row over here. But it's possible that he's going to fill up before we get there, and maybe none of that really matters. But we will see what happens. And of course, in the real world, you wouldn't have the delays kind of that we've been experiencing. Obviously, hopefully, you wouldn't have folks running into each other either in the real world. But you know, again, it is what it is. AI. Now he's smart. He's coming in on the left-hand side, which is where I really want him. That's where I wanted that other driver, because in that way, I'm going to make my turn here. In just a moment, I'm going to go ahead and pull out, go straight just a little ways, which will keep him going straight, and then I'm going to turn, and I'm going to get back on my line here, and off we go. That was almost the smoothest turn right there, so maybe they have made some improvements. We'll see. I'll leave it on automatic just to see what happens when we get the next tractor and the next tipper. Hopefully he'll be coming around pretty soon. And as you can tell, we've got three tractors and tippers being controlled by Courseplay, as well as the Corona Big M mower. So basically there's four Courseplay AI activities that's taking place sort of simultaneous, and everything is running fine. I could set this guy up on Courseplay as well, basically using the same course, using the mowing course. Request driver, that should happen automatically. That should change here momentarily, and it should show the John Deere, because I believe that is the next batter up. Yep. So the John Deere 8530 is the next batter up. He's going to come, and hopefully he's not going to run into the other tractor there. Hopefully they'll play nice together, and it looks like that's the case. So he'll come up here momentarily. And of course, the Challenger being a little bit quicker, he should make it back around, hopefully before the John Deere fills up and has to leave, and then maybe we'll be back in sync. Yep, there's the John Deere that's scooting by. Leaving it on automatic, he's still over on that side, which is kind of the wrong side for him to be on, but again, I'm kind of wanting to see just exactly how automatic works for us, and it looks like maybe they haven't really made that much of an improvement in at least what I think automatic should be. I suppose I could kind of do something like this, which will keep him over there, and then come back around like this. You kind of have to do a little bit of Mario Andretti style driving to get him to get there on the left hand side. Getting a pretty good yield off this field. We're basically filling up a tipper with each row, and of course we're dumping it into the main silo at the main farm, and we will need to move some of this grass over to the silage silo, because obviously we want to get our silage up, and we may actually even, because this is still quite a big field, and we've got quite a bit of grass rows still left. What I may end up doing is, of course, I'll probably do this off camera, but I may actually go ahead and tether a few of these rows and make hay out of that. Now, I do just want to, I can't remember if I've already pointed this out or not, but you do want to be careful, because if you don't have a tractor and a tipper for your forage harvester to empty into, you basically will lose that grass. Where it goes, I don't know. It's going someplace, but it's not going into your silos, and it's not going into your tractors and tippers. It just kind of disappears, I believe. So I want to just keep in mind and make sure that they hang around. So let me just, so there is our Vario, so it's back. I'm sorry, that's not a Vario, that's the S-Series Valtra, that's it. Anyway, very soon after you watch this episode, you will start to see the Courseplay mini-series on all things grass start to appear on the channel, and so those will be comprised of 3 episodes. Again, the first episode showcasing how we programmed the Courseplay route for the Corona Big M, and then the second one is how we used the tractor and the forage wagon to automatically pick up the grass and carry that to the silo, and then return back to the last point. And then of course the third video basically documents how I set up 2 tractors and 2 tippers, and then obviously driving the John Deere forage harvester. So watch for those episodes to come out, the Courseplay tutorials, and I hope that will help you on your virtual farm. Courseplay is cool, don't get me wrong, I love Courseplay. And you know, sometimes I feel like doing a lot of work with Courseplay, and sometimes I feel like, you know, basically just using it to kind of help supplement a few tasks on the farm. As I believe that kind of as we get this map rolling, as we get this map going with getting a couple of harvesters running, and the auger wagon and the semis, that you're going to see a lot more Courseplay. And of course I'll be doing some things. I'll be, you know, driving a combine or driving the auger wagon or whatever, but we'll have lots of interactivity with Courseplay. Looks like our John Deere is back. hopefully they can navigate past themselves, and they will not. So again, this is just one of those things that will occur with course play. It's just going to happen, and there's not a whole lot that you can really do about it, unfortunately. But just kind of understand that you're going to have these challenges that's going to present themselves occasionally, and you'll just have to, as I am in the wrong gear, you'll just have to sort them out, because they're not going to be intelligent enough to sort themselves out on their own. So he will go ahead and finish his course, and we'll get back over to our John Deere Forge Wagon. Hopefully the John Deere 8530 will come alongside, and we can finish this row. And I'm going to go ahead and end this video. It'll be about 26 minutes or so. The previous episode was quite long, and I think what I want to do with the rest of this is possibly tether it and get hay going, because we need to get some hay as well. We need all of it. We're going to need straw as well. So harvesting, hopefully harvesting will be very soon. Maybe even in the next game day we might be able to get some harvesting done. I will just have to look and see how we're doing with that. Alright, well, I will just say thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you tuning in each and every day. Now remember the new schedule. If something happens, and if I'm busy over the weekend and I can't record episodes, just please bear with me. I've just got a lot of busy things going on at the moment, and I will do my best to try to get things back on track again. But we've got a lot of stuff going on at work, and I've got some other personal things that's also going on that's kind of keeping my focus on my family at the moment. I've sort of shared with you my father-in-law's situation, and by the way, he is improving, but I spent a lot of time with my wife, and not necessarily so much time in the basement playing Farm Sim and some of the other games that I typically play, because she needed me, and so there's some other things that I'm also addressing as well. So it may just keep me a little bit preoccupied for a while, so please bear with me. Don't unsubscribe or anything like that. We will get things going again, and yeah, so thank you all so much. I'll turn this noisy machine off for a moment, and I just appreciate you watching, and please return again very, very soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.